Good evening. I'm Mayor Joe Carr, and this is our third Facebook Live chat. Glad you could join us this evening. We got a lot we want to talk about. Obviously, we have the budget, we have growth, we have the landfill. Unfortunately, we've got to talk about taxes a little bit too. And so, obviously, this is a question and answer period where you get to approach me with your questions or your concerns or your comments, and I'll absolutely do my best to answer those questions. I know that we've spent a lot of time recently in various media outlets talking about our budget and the necessity for a property tax increase. And as I've said on numerous occasions, I honestly can't express to you how strongly I feel about that and how much I hate it. I absolutely despise it. But the thing that I want you to know that I hate even worse is for me as your mayor to be physically irresponsible. And so, as you know, and as I've expressed to you before, we inherited a $64 million deficit. That deficit was the largest deficit that this county's ever had. As a matter of fact, the previous year's deficit was $31 million. And so for 12 years, this county has been operating with deficits, and that's not good fiscal policy. And so I have worked literally hundreds of hours with the finance department and with the county commission trying to come up with a way to balance this budget, pay our bills, and maintain our AAA bond rating. And those are the three things that we absolutely must do. And so I've went about the task of trying to figure that out. But I want you to know where I started. And where I started was this: how can we make Rutherford County government more efficient? How can I, as your mayor, find savings within the budget that keeps any property tax rate increase to an absolute minimum? And so when we started with this $64 million deficit, the first place I went to all 24 departments and said, look, when you come to me with your 23-24 budget, don't bring me any increases in your budget. And every department except first responders did absolutely that. And I'm really proud of them for doing that. When they did that, along with our schools, when they did that, we immediately found over $25 million in savings to the county budget. So we took our county deficit for the coming year from 64 million down to 39 million. And ladies and gentlemen, that's honestly what was left of the property tax increase. And again, I want to remind you, all of this deficit spending, all of this property tax increase is a direct result of Rutherford County's not having the financial tools to pay for the explosive residential growth in this county. Currently, and you've heard me say this before, but it bears repeating, currently Rutherford County is the 43rd fastest growing county in the entire nation. It is the fastest growing county in the entire state of Tennessee. Out of 95 counties, we are the fastest growing county. We have anywhere from 9,000 to 10,000 new residents every year move into this county. When they do that, there are 1,000 to 1,500 new students that come into our education system every year. The cost to educate a new student in Rutherford County is over $9,700 per student. And we are still saddled with the idea and the notion, or the structure, the systemic structure, of not being able to have any other way to pay for that growth than raise property taxes. And so what this conversation is about tonight is that we're going to balance our budget. We're going to have no ongoing deficits. We're going to maintain our AAA bond rating, and we're going to pay our bills. But ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you that this budget does not pay for the growth next year or in year 2 or in year 3. This just evens the table right now. This just levels the playing field right now. We still need the tools from the General Assembly to allow Rutherford County to have the same discretion and ability to fund and pay for growth as the city of Murfreesboro does, as the city of Laverne, the city of Smyrna, other counties such as Williamson, Wilson, and Dixon. we need that same ability. And so tonight we're going to discuss that. And with that, I think I've gone on a little long. Lisa Kay, Eric, if y'all have got any questions, I'll be glad to take those questions now.
We do have questions, but before we start, why I have one question.
Sure.
Why is the courthouse going to be lit in purple tonight?
Oh, yeah. This is the recognition of the Alzheimer's, just recognizing the Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And so we've decided to light the courthouse up in purple to recognize Alzheimer's. I don't know of a family that doesn't experience in some way a problem with Alzheimer's within their family. I know it's been in my family, and it's a horrible, debilitating disease. And if the county can in some way bring attention under this horrible disease that affects families in such a tragic way, Lisa Kay, we're glad to do that. So we're honored to decorate the courthouse in purple tonight.
Thank you, Mayor Carr. And I also know at the upcoming commission meeting, you'll be giving a resolution to one of the organizations here as well.
We will be doing that. Yes, ma'am. We sure will.
All righty.
Be glad to do that.
So for the first question, I received an email because, we will take questions anonymously. And
we prefer not to,
right,
but we will.
But we will, because we want everyone
to
feel free to ask a question. So the email said this. In the beginning, it's going to sound like a lot of he said, she said, but this person was talking with a friend that said the mayor said that home builders and realtors were greedy.
Oh my.
And I've been searching through previous Q&As and commission meetings, and I know your chief of staff, Eric Hennessy, has been searching things as well. And I can't find this quote. So some in the home builder community feel attacked. Could you tell us how you feel about the home builders and realtors of Rutherford County?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So I have a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for the home building community, the community, the development community, and the real estate community. They serve this community in so many ways. And they're an invaluable, indispensable part of the economic engine that is driving so much of this growth. And I don't recall ever having said that the home builders, the developers, or the realtors were greedy. If I ever made that statement, it was unfortunate, and I can't imagine saying it. But if I said it, I deeply apologize, because that was never my intent. I will say this. I'm a capitalist, and I believe that capitalism is good, and it's predicated on a free and fair market that checks and balances itself. And so to the extent that the home building community, the real estate community, the development community can make money, they should. And I'm not going to denigrate their business model with a statement like that. And I don't think I should. So to the business community out there that's in development, that would be an inappropriate thing if I said it, and it's unfortunate, but I don't think I said it. So.
Okay, Mayor Carr, thank you for that answer. We are having some technical difficulties. We're getting some feedback that we're having some technical difficulties. So we will probably go off for about 60 seconds.
Okay.
And start again, because we want everyone to be able to hear us and see you properly.
Yeah, so we're going to go off for about 1 minute and then restart. So don't go away. Thank you.